On Blake here, a Trade Tracer. Going to be a short and sweet one here this week because things are simple. We are in a downtrend. As always, none of this is financial advice. Trade and invest at your own risk. Let's go ahead and get it started here. All right, so we got the SPY pulled up here on the daily time frame, and you can see this past week we've been in a downtrend for essentially on the S&P since November 16th. NASDAQ entered a downtrend a bit earlier, but you all know when we enter it into no trend and downtrend, our priority remains preservation of capital and year-to-date gains. We will not be picking the bottom, but we will wait patiently for the next uptrend, and we'll be all over it, just like we were this previous past uptrend that lasted 20 plus days, and we got paid very, very handsomely. So trying to trade this right here where you're breaking, key levels and breaking below moving averages that we utilize for our trading strategy, you're putting the odds not in your favor, in the other person's favor. So this is not the type of trading environment that we like to trade. So more often than not, we just completely avoid it. So you don't have to short the market. You don't have to short stocks in the market when we enter these no trends and downtrends. But you do have to preserve your capital because you will need that capital once we enter a new uptrend. And uptrend is when we make our money. That's when we get paid. That's when we have odds in our favor. It takes an immense amount of discipline and patience to recognize when the market is great for trading and when it's not conducive for our style of trading, which is these types of environments right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ as well looks very ugly. Still holding the bottom of the cloud where you would expect on a Friday. Bottom of this cloud is the 50-day simple moving average. You can see kind of pierced it last Friday and rallied above. Same thing with the S&P, getting that support right at that 50-day moving average, the bottom of that cloud. That being said, I'm not predicting a rally, but it wouldn't surprise me if we did get somewhat of a bounce. Dow Jones looks terrible, bear flagging below the 50-day. Small caps as well, bear flagging below the cloud and back into this range once again. Looked like we wanted to break out, had a nice little run. And if I pull up some extensions and some levels, you'll see exactly where we got rejected. Let me turn some drawings on. Yeah, right. So you can see I said, hey, above this, we're likely going to see these next two levels, and it almost hit this 244 to a penny. So yeah, we had a nice gap up, nice opportunity to scale, broke trend, and that's your signal that the odds are no longer in your favor if you're in this trade. One thing that does look really good is bonds. So we're already long bonds, and I do like this for potentially an add this week. We do have some upward targets, 157 on the high end for TLT. We do have this in our investment portfolio for all of you that are following the investment portfolio as well, not just the daily trades, but TLT is a hedge in our investment portfolio, likely going to add to that position this Monday and this week. So keep a close eye on that. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum, I don't love this setup. Now, obviously, we are bear flagging below the 10 and the 50-day, so this is not bullish in here, but we are still holding some key anchored VWAP. So as long as 3,900 tends to hold up, I still have a bullish thesis that this is just consolidation near a high before breaking out. But we also have to keep an open mind, and hey, right now the charts are telling us that we're bear flagging below some key moving averages, so keep an open mind. Same thing with Bitcoin, bear flagging below the 10 and the 50-day. You can see this anchored VWAP was from one of the previous pivot swing lows. Got some support there, so ideally I would like to see this previous level hold. 43,000 is an important level in my opinion on Bitcoin. So keep a close eye on these. Now, all of this depends on your investment time horizon. If we're looking out, 5 to 10 years, I think both Ethereum and Bitcoin are much higher than they are today. But if we're looking out, maybe 5 days to 5 weeks to 5 months, maybe it's lower than it is here. So keep an open mind. Right now, we are flagging below some key important moving averages. So make sure you're just keeping that in the back of your head, right? Markets don't always move up. They don't always move down. They move in waves. It's our job to capitalize on those waves. So just to wrap it up here, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, small caps, everything is in a downtrend. So when we are in downtrend, preserve your cash, have patience. This week will likely be whippy and boring if you're a swing trader, because you're likely not going to be taking any swing trade setups until we enter a new uptrend and we have odds in our favor. I know that's going to be my strategy. It's worked out well for me for the past almost 7 years. So not changing it at this moment in time. See you guys in the open. Take care.